That's why I don't get mad and start raging. This is like the one time I got mad and started raging, and then some bad shit happens. That's why I don't do it.
I started skateboarding probably around 10 years ago, and you know, it's off and on. Like I don't always skate as much, but you know, it's always been a part of my life, and it's always been something that, you know, that gives me an outlet, like a creative outlet, and you know, somewhere I can meet like-minded people, and you know, so I'm super grateful to it, even if I suck at skating.
My name is Nate. I'm a noob. I just started skating 2 days ago. I'm 22. I'm originally from Charlotte, but I stay in Durham. I did go to school. It doesn't even matter. It's about skateboarding. So, yo.
Yeah. How's it going, guys? Name's Jay. Been skating for quite a while. As you can see, I'm drenched and it's blazing out here.
Yeah, I grew up in Mexico because both my parents are Mexican, but then we moved because my dad is a migrant worker, or was, because now we all moved to Colorado, and then I went to New Hampshire for school. I started skateboarding in 8th grade. That was my first year in Colorado, and so I started because I was in a math class, and a couple of kids were really bad at math, so they would always ask me for help, but they were also really good skaters. So we started hanging out and we started skateboarding. That was pretty much why I started skating.
I got into skating when I got my first board at 13, on my 13th birthday.
Back, I want to try something hazardous.
And I don't know, fucking fell in love with that shit.
Yeah, I got my first board when I was like 9.
9?
Yeah. But I didn't get good at it until I met him. I was 13. Yeah, so we both started just learning at the same time, growing up, learning how to skate.
Yeah, it's probably been about like 9 years for me, I want to say. And I was born up north. I was from Pennsylvania and then moved down the coast and met up with this guy. Been skating with him for what, 5-6 years now. And yeah, it's starting to become an on and off thing, but I don't know, the reason I keep doing it is it's just so challenging. And no matter how many days or how many hours you put in, it's still gonna always be a challenge, and that's what I love about it.
I think it's just that feeling when you land that one trick and it's like butter. Like when you just land something really well. It doesn't even matter what it is, you just land it perfect and you just keep rolling away. That keeps me coming back. I don't know, skateboarding's sick too because whenever I go somewhere, I kind of look at it completely different. Like I see so much more from anywhere I go to than just like the scenery. I see like the sidewalks, the benches, like mani pads. Like I just see so many possibilities, like big hills. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Like traveling and seeing new places is a lot more fun because of that, I think. Because you have kind of like a purpose, more so than just walking around.
Means to me is a little bit of freedom. Not everybody skates, but for the ones that do understand where I'm kind of coming from with this, it's more of a getaway type thing, and it's, you know, you mold it into exactly the way you want it to be. As far as you skating, you know, everyone has their own style, everyone is an individual. You know, kind of like, more than anything, like, you know what I'm saying, maybe I didn't know your name, but this is a great example. Like, I see you skating, but I probably remember seeing the form and life style of the way that person skates and can remember that person that way, you know what I'm saying? So if that makes any sense to anybody, it's kind of it's cultural.
That's what it is.
Cultural.
That's the key word, culture.
Right there.
Mostly urban, but anybody can skateboard. Yeah, it's a getaway. Plus, it's a workout. You can take. There's no limits to it. You can take it to the leagues.
There's no limit to skateboarding.
Right. That's to me, that's skateboarding. I feel like it's a lifestyle. It's not like just. It's something you do because you do it. You know what I'm saying? It's unexplainable. You just do it because you do it.
For me, I mean, it's always been a positive thing in my life in the way to always meet people. When you move, I mean, you show up to a new area, you always had people you had something in common with. No matter if you're on the East Coast, West Coast, in another country, skateboarding's always just provided me a community, and I'm very thankful for it.
Yeah, likewise. I mean, I've just always had interest, like, you know, in high school or whatever. I didn't do a lot of like school sports. I didn't do like clubs, and so to have something outside of that at that age is very important, I think, for anybody, like, unless you have something else. But, you know, to have that one constant thing that you can come back to is really important. And yeah, it's definitely been a positive thing for me. I don't know.
Yeah. When I was in Colorado, I didn't know English, so it was like this period of very new things, like English and the people and just integrating. And skateboarding was something that was really important for that, I think, because it got me out of my head, and it was something that I was really bad at too. But I didn't really care, and I feel like that permeated the other things that I did and made them a lot better. Yeah.
Park's been here for maybe, I think, five years by now. 4 or 5, something like that. One more, could be wrong. Yeah, it's just one hot ass Saturday. I'm out here to skate.
I mean, we were supposed to have all this shit right here, like the blueprints for this, all that field that you see, that was all supposed to be skate parks.
Damn.
But they stopped right here, and now everything's getting shitty. Like, there's mulch in here. Every time it rains, mulch gets shit on. Like, the whole park gets shit on. It's just nasty. And they've had a couple times, a couple petitions to like fix it or expand it and do this and that. And they actually said they were gonna do it. Like recently, in the last like 2 months, they said it. Yeah, I don't see it. They said they were gonna do it before June. I mean, what's it? June 3rd? I think June 4th or some shit. Yeah, so who knows? They're just liars. They don't give a shit about it. That's all they're worried about. These fucking.
Well, this skate park is pretty nice, but it could be way bigger. Like, it could expand a little bit. But yeah, it doesn't seem like. I've seen people skateboarding around in the streets, but it's not. I don't see it a lot. Maybe I'll just start doing it.
But I mean, I've been skating here ever since it opened, and I mean, you know, it's cool because I get to see a lot of the same people, and you know, it's close by, and it's a nice park, and I'm really grateful that the city did this for all the skateboarders. You know, it's nice to have a facility like this, definitely. I mean, it's. Like, there's definitely been periods where, to me, it was more exciting just because it seemed like there was more going on. Like, they always had contests here, and they, like, you know, they had a couple shops a few years ago, and I think they're both closed down now. I don't think there's any skate shops in Durham that I'm aware of. So it seems to have died down a little bit, but that doesn't mean it's dead, you know? But it's always been pretty, like, vibrant and, like, diverse, I guess. Like, lots of different, like, you know, bird skaters and street skaters, and it's like a medium-sized city, so it's not like a huge city, but it's not a small town, so it's like it's kind of it's a pretty good setting, I'd say, for skateboarding.
Yeah, Durham's always been on the map, but you always see it in videos. I mean, the courthouse spots, a few other places, especially when this park opened. It was like people came from all areas. I mean, I remember talking to guys from like Florida, Maryland, just up and and down the East Coast, because I mean, we didn't really have skate plazas over here. This was kind of the first one I knew about. It's been great, man. To watch it grow and then, like you said, kind of die down a little bit and then come back, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I definitely don't have a lot of homies. Like, I have one homie that I work with, but he's not super serious about it, or at least not as serious as me, and I'm not super serious about it because I didn't grow up here, so I don't really know a lot of people. And from the couple times I've been here, I've met a couple people, but I never really see them again because I come here not so often, but now that I live really close, I'm gonna start coming over a lot more.
It's up the courthouse. We do have a lot of famous landmarks, but it's a shitty scene. Like, growing up in Durham, people didn't skate like that.
Yeah.
Like, some people would skate downtown and they had like a little clip out here skating, and then the skate park came out, and that's really when the scene started getting bigger. But most of the kids that get good, they'll start getting really good, and then like they'll stop and start doing dumb shit or whatever.
Yeah.
And they just stop skating. And only a few of them actually stick to it.
I've stuck with it. Not everybody that starts to skate sticks with it, so it kind of sticks around. I can definitely say that for driving, this has been my transportation. So I had the license to a skateboard for a while, and I see myself doing it for the rest of my life. You know, on and off. Have a friend. You know, just go out, kick it, eat something 50, some Tony Hawk's.
That's dope.
Still skating.
How old is Tony Hawk? He about like
He'll be like 50 something now, for real. Isn't he? 50 something like that. Maybe less than that.
he's Michael Jordan.
45.
He's Michael Jordan's skateboarding.
Yeah, he's Michael Jordan. He's Michael Jordan.
I mean,
It
it's
becomes
still
kind of like a
coming up.
family after a while.
Yeah.
Everybody that comes out here, you're a part of downtown skate scene. So
Yeah.
It's part of the family.
Yeah, it's tight.
We all like kind of teach each other a little bit, help look out for each other.
Yeah.
Basically. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's real tight out here. Like,
To keep you out of trouble, yeah, it would be a good family,
Yeah.
good environment to keep you out of trouble.
Yeah.
it's good to know that someone's got your back. 'Cause people come out here just like trying to be fuckboys or whatever.
Yeah.
Try to take over the skate park and think there ain't shit here or whatever, but nah, we stick together.
Yeah.
I don't know stories like that. Before I was skateboarding, I started like 08 and then like stopped and just like gave it up because I ain't had nobody to skate with. I had nobody, no team or nothing. Nobody could really like motivate me or challenge me or nothing like that. So I stopped, and then like 8 years later, here I am. I guess I broke a mirror that year.
Trying to get some footage.